Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the MPF podcast. My name's Brad Nordstrom, owner-operator of Maximum Performance and Fitness in West Fargo, North Dakota.
And I am Levi Nordstrom, college student majoring in communications at NDSU. We're going to have a fun podcast today.
Fun?
Yeah.
Before we get into it, I'm just kind of curious, did your car start this morning?
oh, it's already open. I had
You've
a
been
fake
sucking on
sound.
one, and I don't know why I wanted an Alani today, but I'm going to pop a top, too, just to, I just wanted a treat. Just did. Screw it.
Pickup did start. First try. Easy.
Was it growling? Or not too bad?
Well, I like to say I preheated it.
Preheated with the auto start?
Yep, I preheated.
Nice.
Let it roll for 10 minutes or so just to make sure everything
That's a good idea.
Everything was fine and dandy. So, surprisingly, did not have any issues.
I'm kind of curious how many people out there were getting jumped this morning, or car wouldn't start at all because of bad batteries, whatnot. I bet you. How about yesterday? Did you see it at the NDSU at campus?
First of all, I hope nobody's getting jumped out there. You know, that'd be bad. But what happened on campus? I actually have not seen anything. Something happen or what?
No, I just was curious
if anybody's getting jumped.
Anybody's they had to get their cars boosted because they wouldn't start.
I think I seen maybe one person in the parking lot or whatever, but I think not a lot of people are driving is my thought.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. You walk to class. Do you like wear like a face mask or anything when you walk to class, or a hat, or raw dog it, or what?
So I go, obviously my normal fit on. I also have a sweatshirt on, and then I have the coat over top. So, I mean, the sweatshirt provides that extra layer that not a lot of people wear. You know, most people go shirt, t-shirt, and coat. The sweatshirt helps. The main problem, honestly, is like your face, because I just put my hood up, and that's fine, and I just put my hands in my pockets, so there's no problem there. It's just like the face is miserable.
Well, that's why you should get yourself a face mask.
Yeah,
it probably looks like you're gonna go rob somebody.
People might think I'm gonna go jump them potentially. But
that's funny.
Let's just dive in. We got a ton of stuff to talk about today. Starting off with a little mini segment, What Would You Do? Fitness edition. And then later on, we're going to get to if gym equipment could talk, what would they say? Just a little fun idea that I had, because I think the gym equipment want to speak.
I think they probably do, and I'm sure they do talk to you. Some people hear them, I guarantee you that. And there's plenty out there that do not hear the equipment talking to you. I got my screen zoomed into 150%, so I don't have to wear my glasses today. It's jumping at me. Still a little blurry, though.
Yeah.
I might have to get these eyes checked someday.
Let's quickly talk about the week. Anything going on at the gym? Anything wild happen?
This week, anything wild happen? Nobody got jumped.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if we had any PLPs. I know a couple weeks ago we definitely had a couple PLPs. They were puking out in the parking lot.
Yep.
Had a tough workout yesterday. Thursday was a tough one. Had a long cardio with the complex leg day. That was a butt kicker. Grandpa got second on the bike, so I was pretty happy about that. Other than that, pretty normal training week. Nothing earth-shattering. No exploding trees or anything that I heard of. Did you see that these trees might explode because it's so dang cold out?
I did see that. I thought that was just kind of like a little prank, you know.
I did too, but it keeps coming up.
Never know, I guess.
How about you? Second week of the new semester.
It's been fun. I've enjoyed lifting in the morning.
Good.
Still going 4 times a week.
Sweet.
Staying strong.
I actually noticed the other day it looked like you're getting some muscles back.
It's been I've been enjoying it because I got John with me lifting in the morning. Having a buddy,
so he's
that always helps.
Lifting bro?
Yeah.
Gym bro?
Yeah, and now we're starting to associate names with people that we see at the gym. We got Mustache Man. Mustache Man, shout out to you. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, the coolest mustache. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't have the coolest, I guess, because, you know, like the swirl is always funny if you can see one of those guys, like.
Oh, yeah.
Or the people that have their mustache go like super long.
Yeah.
but it's just a thick mustache, and he's got sideburns that are like all the way down to crazy sideburns. He's old school, and it's funny. And then we also had another guy that was lifting, and he had a computer. He was working at his computer in between sets.
Well,
like,
that's
geez, you must be really busy.
weird.
So
See, now you'll get to see plenty of that action now. That's makes it pretty interesting, that's for sure.
yeah, it's been fun though. Been enjoying it. Doing a barbell back squat for the first time in a long time, honestly.
Nice, yeah.
So
You probably haven't done it since your last knee surgery.
probably, but yeah, let's dive into the mini segment because you're going on vacation soon.
Oh, yeah. I got about 2.5 weeks.
And speaking of vacation, there's a lot of people, especially now, going on vacation, coming back from vacation where you didn't lift. How many days should I lift next week? Like, recently when we've went on vacations, we have lifted sometime. Like, we've found a way to at least get a lift or two in. Let's say somebody doesn't get a lift in, because that's pretty common. How many days the next week should you lift?
Well, that's kind of interesting. I'm typically the guy that when I go on vacation, just because I own a gym and I'm in it every day, I typically don't work out very much. Although when we did go to Hawaii, I did go in the gym a couple times, went for a run, and actually felt really good. They're actually, to be honest with you, a lot of clients do work out when they go on vacation. Most resorts, if they're going to all-inclusives, have nice little gyms. I'm actually thinking, I know that some of these resorts have like boot camp type workouts, and I'm kind of curious to try one or two of those when I go on, as long as I don't have too much fun the night before. I don't know if I want to puke all over, but you
might be a PLP.
Yeah, it might be a PLP, except for I'll be on the beach puker. And I think the biggest thing though is really once you get back, and it doesn't necessarily happen if it's a vacation. It could be you were sick for a week, kind of the same idea. You need to get back on it right away Monday the next day, because it's just like anything, you like an animal. If you're trying to train an animal or train a human being, you give an inch and they take a foot. So you have to really be disciplined to get yourself back in. So I'm going to come in Monday. I think the biggest thing to me is not necessarily how many days. I think you should get back into your normal routine that you were in, but it would be more apt to probably want to lighten your load. If you weren't lifting when you were on vacation or while you were sick, you weren't working out, you probably want to lighten that load, let's say 60% of what you were doing, so that you don't get so dang sore you can't walk. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing is stick with your routine that you were on, but lighten that load for a week, and then boom, you're back at her.
Yeah, the nice thing about now, my legs are starting to get more used to
And then how long was that? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was just a couple weeks. Now it's not too bad. The quads aren't falling off the bone, which is nice. Kind of interesting. How many days, though? Like, pretty normal coming back from vacation. You just want to lighten the load a bit? Or you thinking 3 days, 4 days? Ideally, what?
Well, I'd say, like I said, you want to get back into the routine that you were doing. So if you were lifting 3 days a week, get back into it right away 3 days a week, and then just lighten your load. I think that's the biggest thing is you got to get back into the routine, period. Get into your routine, lighten your weight 60% or so of what you were doing. You can get through it. It shouldn't be like, holy, that last 2 reps, that last rep, when you finish that last rep, it really honestly should be, I could have probably did 4 or 5 more. And you'll get a little sore, but you won't get super sore. If you finish that last rep and you're like, holy, I maybe could have got one more, you're probably going to be super sore. And then that gets frustrating. That messes with your head a little bit. So I think the biggest thing is routine, and lighten it up. Just take a week, get back into it.
Another interesting little question here. Ideally, you probably want to have at least an hour set aside for your lift. But let's say you're running late. You only have 30 minutes. What's the best superset? 3 lifts. What's the best superset you could do?
I think if you guys, so let's say we got three lifts. Say, all right, well, we're going to squat. Okay, so we're going to squat, and we need to do some type of pulling exercise. So I'd say we're going to either do pull-ups or a lat pull down or a lat row. Either one is fine. And then we're going to do a pressing exercise. Oh, everybody loves a bench press. So I would say we're going to bench press, squat, and do pull-ups. If we have 3 exercises, the other option would be to do a shoulder press, standing shoulder press, pull-ups, and squats. I mean, those would be the 3 I would do.
Yep.
Just to I got 30 minutes, I'm going to go. And I think that'd be the same. Like if you're on vacation and you're like, hey, I'm just going to take 30 minutes. Well, do a leg exercise, do some type of a press exercise, some type of pull exercise. Boom, you're good. Unless you're going on the beach, you might want to get some curls in there.
Yeah.
Maybe hit some tries. Get those arms good and lathered up. Get them pumping a little bit.
Maybe do a plank. So I know
Maybe
you
do
love
some
planks. Yep.
Yep. Work on that brace. keep the core tight.
We did Russian twists.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's something different. I haven't done those
So
in
what
forever.
you're saying, you actually were on the Team Builder app then?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, so I should maybe look at updating them. I didn't know if you were using it, so I haven't.
Oh, I use
updated
it.
anything.
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Oh, good.
It's easy because the workout's there.
Well, that's good.
I can trust the workout. So
Well, I can make adjustments on it. Team Builder has actually been a great program for us. I recommend that any day of the week. It's just fun. You can, like for us as a business, we can add our own videos. We can. It's a great way for us to train clients that are outside of MPF that really kind of want to take it to the next level and have them record their weights, and we can help. It's sweet. Good program.
honestly, my favorite part outside of being able to like track your numbers, because I will forget, guaranteed. I mean, I barely remember to count when I'm doing my workout. I'm always looking at John, asking him where I'm at. Seems like it's every other time, but one of my favorite things is the video. The videos always help kind of refresh your brain a little bit if you forget.
And that's kind of the old goal of them, is just to refresh your mind. It's not really a teaching video. It's just refresh. Oh yeah, that's what that exercise is. Then you just give her
something we have never done before, and I don't even know if you know what this is.
I definitely don't, because I can't read anything on here.
Blind rank these 5 lifts.
Okay, so we're going 1 through 5.
1 through 5.
We got 5 exercises.
I'm telling you, one exercise at a time.
Oh,
you
jeepers.
don't know the next exercise, so you might want to be careful. I made it really challenging.
Sweet, and I don't see anything. This is great.
So basically, I'm giving you 5 exercises. None of them are like a major exercise. I will give you that hint. There's no like barbell bench press or barbell back squat. So it's going to be challenging. You don't know what's next, but we're starting with the goblet squat. Just a dumbbell goblet squat. You can do based off of preference or effectiveness, whatever you prefer.
Goblet squat. 1 through 5. I'm going to give the goblet squat a 3.
Okay, now you can't use 3 again.
Oh,
so keep that in
jeepers.
mind. Onto the dumbbell overhead press, just a push press.
Like a dumbbell shoulder press?
Mm-hmm.
Dumbbell shoulder press. I will give that a 2.
Whoa.
I'm gonna
Above
use
the
up those
goblet
high-ranked
squat.
ones.
Probably smart here. Reverse grip pull down.
Reverse grip pull downs. I'm going to give that one a 4.
Now you got a 1 and a 5. I think I know what you're going to do here. Dumbbell bent over row.
Oh,
Something different.
that is a different one. I'm going to give that a 5.
Dumbbell split squat is the last one.
Yes! Split squats, number 1. So
Wow.
obviously, look at that. I'm a fan of the legs, so we're going to go split squats 1. What was 2?
Overhead press. I
Overhead
believe.
press, and then we got the squat 3.
Yep. Goblet squat, then reverse grip pull down, and then bent over row.
You know, I don't know if I would have changed it a whole lot.
I kind of like the blind rankings.
That is
People
fun.
like to do that a lot, and I've seen that on various like football TikToks. It's like blind rank these quarterbacks, and they give you 5 quarterbacks, stuff like that. So I want to do that for lifts.
I like that. You know what? Maybe we should see if the fan base out there would rank their top 5 out of those.
Yeah, that'd be fun. In the comments below, rank those 5 lifts.
I like that.
Now, onto the last part of this mini segment. If you can only pick one, what's the best lift for bicep muscle hypertrophy? So let's say, this goes back to the beach thing.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the beach. Okay.
Getting ready for the beach. What are you doing quickly before you walk out?
Depends what kind of equipment I have, but if I've got I'm probably going to do bicep 21s.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Bicep 21s or screaming bicep curls. And to be honest with you, those screaming bicep curls is an exercise I actually made up. It's doing quarter reps at the top and the bottom along with a full rep. It'd be one of those two. And I would use a bar. If I have the
Whoa.
bar, I'm using the bar.
That's surprising.
Dumbbells would be easy to grab them, but if I got a bar, I feel like I can go heavier on a bar.
Bicep 21s, those are
Those are good.
killers.
And I think a lot of times people go way too damn heavy on them. So that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because if you go bottom, you go your bottom 7 first, pretty easy. Top 7, pretty easy. Then when it comes to the full, holy crud, you see all kinds of swinging going on with a lot of them. It's just, they just go too darn heavy.
What weight do you recommend for people to do, let's say, about my level?
Honestly, probably 15s, maybe
Really?
20s.
Okay.
I would say I have, like, for me, I would 25s. I could maybe do 30s, but I probably have. But I've seen way too many, if somebody grabs 35s and it's just too sloppy.
I think I did 20.
Idler down a little
Something
bit.
like that. 22.
Yeah, we got some 22s. That helps too.
Now on to the main segment. This is going to be a fun one. If gym equipment could talk, what would they say? Starting off with the bench press.
Woohoo! The bench press.
So what I put was stop bouncing the bar off your chest and lift-offs are cheating.
That's funny.
I just feel like if I'm a barbell and somebody's about to do their bench press, if I see a lift-off, I'm like, come on. You can't lift it off yourself.
I don't know. I go back and forth with the lift offs. I got one guy usually on Fridays. I come at 5:30 in the morning and lift, and I got one guy that I always partner with the bench press. He'll take a lift almost every time. That's how he always has been. I really don't care. I don't take a lift very often. If I get to that 90% or more, I probably do. Mm-hmm. Not every time, but I will. It depends how I'm feeling. I think I've had enough bad spots where I kind of like somebody gives me a lift off and they lift too damn much, and then they almost drop it on you when your elbows are locked. You're like, oh, it kind of shocks you.
Yep.
So I do normally like to take it myself. But yeah, if the barbell could talk, it's like I think this bouncing the bar is hilarious. I think that's funny. I see more of. I think it could be like, seriously, touch your chest.
Yeah.
I see a lot of that too, where clients will go 3/4 of the way down, but they won't go all the way down. Mm-hmm. So, that barbell says, come on, man, I want to touch your chest. Or lady, I want to touch your chest. So yeah, you got to get it down, touch your chest, and then press it up. I think the barbell would say you got to touch your chest.
Yeah, lift-offs are kind of tough because it depends what type of lift-off it is, because, like you said, I don't want to be shocked. I want to know. I want to feel the weight. Like, I want to know what it's like so that it doesn't kind of throw me for a loop. Yeah, I only ask for lift-offs if it's heavy.
And then I think you got to have the right person, too, or at least train them, because, I've had a few, and you're like, holy crap, that didn't feel good. I'd rather taken that off myself.
Yeah, we got to do a countdown on the lift-off. I hate when people don't give a countdown.
3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3?
3, 2, 1.
I've gone both ways.
Oh,
is it a lift on 3 or a lift on 1, or is it on 0?
I always just clarify. I just say on 3, or not on 3. I guess it's kind of tough. On 3, go on 1 or something like that, or go on 1.
Well, I think the biggest thing is just the communication with your partner. That's for sure.
Opposite side of the spectrum here. Got the squat rack. We got squat rack / barbell once again.
Okay.
The obvious thing I put was you're not getting low enough.
That's I would say that's definitely number 1.
Yeah.
You can get lower, and I think it's I don't think it's the barbell on this one, because the barbell's really not going to know. It's the rack. The rack is watching you, and the rack is going to say, get your ass down lower. Yeah. That is definitely number 1. And then number 2 is the barbell would be like, you got more than this. Yep. You can squat more than that. Because I think for the most part, most people idle down on a squat. They don't go as heavy as they could, and especially the women. But I tell you what, I've seen definitely some strong ones out there. But yeah, hit the rack, definitely. Get yourself down lower. And it's funny, I happened to be on the old Instagram the other night, and it was I don't know what channel it was or whatever, and they had one of those chickens strapped to the back of the calf, and then when you squatted down, you had to squat low enough so the chicken would squeal, and then you knew you were low enough. I'm like, well, that's a brilliant idea. I mean,
Yeah.
they were just doing it to screw around, I'm sure. But, some people probably don't know their depth, but that's where a spotter can come into play too and help you get down lower. Most people do know.
Yeah.
They just, maybe they need to know the feel of it. But, yeah, for sure, it's get your butt down.
Or it's, as it falls and you fail. As it falls to the ground.
Oh, that's where you better make sure you have your safety pin set. That's the one thing I will make sure. Anytime we're squatting, make sure you got your safety pins, and they're not so dang low where you got to fall back to get them to land on there. So that's a huge thing when you're squatting. Make sure your safety pins are set.
That's a tough
at the
one.
right height.
It's a tough one for a lot of people, setting them at the right height, because it's kind of tough to really know where you're supposed to set them at. Because I just feel like people obviously don't really push themselves enough to the point where it actually is needed anyway.
It would probably almost, for the most part, you're right, and I think it's probably one of those, you just never know. Something, maybe all of a sudden something gives out, and then you're like, oh, crap. But, yeah, that's where you do a warm-up just with the bar. Just grab the bar, and then that'll help you set your pins.
Just thought of one. Setting the scene here. Still on the squat rack. You should have stretched beforehand. You pull your...
The rack. Telling you should have stretched. Told you.
Yeah, it's just you pull your, a muscle, or you start cramping up. Just,
that is for sure. I totally could see a rack telling you that. Ha-ha!
Told you. You're on the ground. Now onto the dumbbells. Because there's a lot of things we can do with dumbbells. We can break it down a little bit. Quit putting us out of order. That's a big one. Where
I bet
it's
you
like,
see that a lot. There's dumbbells laying all over, I bet.
It honestly is not as bad as you'd think, because typically, you have to go pretty far of the way to get to the wellness center anyway, so it kind of like almost weeds out any of the people that don't really know what they're doing. I've seen it here a few times, or I just feel like the dumbbells get a little frustrated when they're not next to their buddy,
Yeah, I totally agree. I think when some of the kids are here, they do get out of whack. If we have there's a certain groups that have been in that I don't think are as weight room savvy. So then you'll have, we've got dumbbells all around. We're trying to organize them. For the most part, they're good about racking them. They're just out of order. So that gets frustrating. But yeah, so dumbbells. Put me back where you found me, put you back in the order. What else could they say?
Put the weights back on the rack when you finish.
Right. Yeah, you got a bunch of dumbbells laying around. All it is a bunch of landmines in the gym.
Yep.
Finger pinchers, as I like to call them as well.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. It trips on it.
Oh.
They could be saying that. You never know.
I agree. Other than that, I just feel like, dumbbells they could mock you a little bit, I suppose. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
You got more than that. But for the most part, yeah, put me back in the right spot. And then the other thing is some of them have logos on one side and weight numbers on the other. Like numbers up or logos up, or do you have to have them in order?
That's tough.
Pretty OCD.
That's kind of tough. I like the number showing. I feel like it's just probably the right thing, so people can read the numbers and don't have to actually think,
Right. For the most part, the order, but then again, you're right. There's some that they don't get in order. When I start to go, I'm like, what the heck? I could have did more than that.
Maybe there's some jealousy in the dumbbells. Maybe one side's jealous of the other. Maybe they want to be the logo or the number.
There's always, you never know.
Cable machines.
Oh, boy.
A lot of cable machines here. Well, kind of a lot, I guess. We got the pull downs, the rows.
We got the high lows,
the assisted
pull-ups.
Slow down. The eccentric. That's for most of the lifts for like these cable machines. You want to go slow and controlled.
I think slow down. I definitely could see that as one of the big things that a cable machine would say. And I think if you want to look at, you got your machines, and then there's a lot of attachments. So I think that the attachments on those cable machines, some of them probably do get a little bit jealous.
Yep.
They don't get used as much, and it'd be like, if you can hear them over in the corner, it's very faint, but like, hey, what about me?
Yep.
So they want to be used too. It could be the U-bar on the pull-down machine or the D-handles. Like, the D-handles don't get used as much. So like, hey, what about me? I'd like to be used today. But yeah, the slow down for sure, because otherwise You see a lot of people just giving her over there, especially if you're doing bicep curls on the high-low machine. They're just like, slow the heck down. Control a little bit more. That's funny.
Another one would be gentle. Like if you don't, slowly bring it to the top, if you just let it go all the way back to the top.
Oh, I do. I hate it when
just ruins the cable.
Just, you're half the way back and you just let it go. And you get a big clank.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think
that's
the
painful.
Machine, that would be the weight stack there. I'm like, ouch!
Yeah.
What'd you do that for?
Yep.
I could totally see that.
Oh, man. I mean, also in the cables, like, they get kind of worn out. Maybe they have a little older of a voice, They're just getting old.
That's funny. I think I do. Our cables are getting to be about 8 years old, and I noticed a couple of them are starting to show their age. So, yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Then they start to get stretched out. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
The treadmill.
We're moving on to some cardio.
Yeah, not as common here outside of, you kind of have those quote-unquote manual treadmills.
Yep.
So that's more common here, but this is real cardio, like the electric treadmill. I don't care what others think. This is real.
Totally.
Just like they're self-conscious about people judging the treadmill.
Yeah, I think the cardio equipment would all be jealous of each other for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get over here and use me. I'm a better cardio piece of equipment than the other one.
Yeah.
The treadmill would be the king there. The treadmill would be, haha, I'm the king of the cardio, so get your ass over here and use me.
Yeah, but like the treadmill to me is just like, it's not that great. The electric treadmill is just like you're running in place almost, and it's so much more challenging, at least to me, to run outside or do gassers and stuff compared to a treadmill. I don't know what like the reasoning behind that necessarily is, but
well, if you think about it, like the treadmill, the electric ones, they're pulling your leg through. So all you're doing is you're finishing that pull through and lifting your leg and then keeping going.
Yeah.
But when you're outside, you have to actually pull that ground. That makes a big difference. Definitely does.
Or quit holding the rails, like the little...
quit holding the handrails. I can see that.
Everybody likes to run and then stop and they're on the side,
Yeah.
Just another idea that I had. How about like the manual treadmills? Is there any difference there? Maybe like a resistance.
I totally could see the manual treadmills, the self-propelled ones. They would definitely talk to the electric ones and be like, "Oh yeah, you think you're so good? Come over here and try me."
Yeah.
Where you actually have to pull the track.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think they would all be mocking each other. Is what they'd be doing.
On TikTok, I see these like truckers that they're like old school truckers, and they're talking about shifting gears and stuff, and these automatic trucks nowadays, they got soft hands.
Yeah.
I just think the manual treadmill to the electric's just like, you got soft hands, you would never survive over here.
That's
type
a good
of
point.
thing. Stationary bike.
Oh, the old Airdyne.
I this is an obvious one. Back in my day, it used to be a normal bike.
You used to get out and actually ride outside. That's for sure.
I mean, that's obvious.
Here's the thing with the Airdynes. If you actually get on them and you give it for a minute, they are hard.
Yeah.
The challenge is people don't, I shouldn't say most, a lot of people don't know how to push themselves, or they don't want to push themselves that hard. But you get on those Airdynes and you give it, those are hard. I mean, like your outside pedal bikes and whatnot, for the most part, we're casually riding them. Airdynes aren't meant to be casually ridden.
Yeah.
They say, the Airdynes and whatnot, they say, get over here and ride me like it's Friday night and let's go.
It's like, feel the breeze. It's like borderline the best part about the stationary bikes. When you're going fast, you get to feel the breeze.
Especially in the summertime, you get yourself a little cool down.
Yep.
Not so much in the winter. It's a little bit chillier.
Yep. Stairmaster. You don't have that here, but it's...
But you could usually say the Versaclimber.
Yeah, but the Stairmaster, I just feel like it's overly confident because
do they have
it's so
any
popular.
over at NDSU? Any Stairmasters?
I don't know, because like...
Or is it in a different spot?
I think it's probably in a different spot if there is a Stairmaster.
But is there treadmills where you're... Or is it... I don't remember.
Where I'm at...
Is this the weight area? Is just weights?
Yeah, just the weight area is... You got a ton of cable machines, like different types of... Those type of machines. A lot of bench press, squat racks. Some areas where you can kind of clean, I guess. Like,
do they have any like leg curl machines or anything, or
Yep.
leg extensions, or
Yeah, they have those.
they have like a pec fly machine and like a whole upper body type circuit of machines too.
Yeah. And then they have a ton of dumbbells, of course. Many just benches. They have like...
Do they have the high-low cables where you can set them and then they can do a cable twist? And
Yep.
So I'm guessing the cardio equipment is in a different spot. and you
Yeah,
just
it's
haven't-
upstairs.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. You haven't been up there.
Well, I did go up there because I wanted to check it out,
Yeah.
see what it looked like. And there's a lot of treadmills, talking to each other. And
Well, yeah, they're talking to each other. And now here, this is now off the wall, but have you tried the rock wall yet?
I have not. Not off the wall because it's on the wall, but
You should. Just think of the different handles and what they're saying to people.
yeah, the rock
It's like,
wall.
ha! See if you can grab my rock.
Every time I go there, nobody's on the rock wall. I feel like you have to be there at a certain time.
I think that's only available at certain times.
But it's kind of cool, the upper body area. There's like a little, not little, I guess, but there's like a ledge where below there's some like ping pong tables, and then there's also like these like pickleball courts almost things on the
really?
inside. To me, it looks more like a wall ball type, but there are, I think, nets that you can bring like in there, like you can roll in there. But yeah, it's like these enclosed areas, walls on 3 sides, and then glass on kind of the entrance side. Kind of cool idea.
That's cool.
And then upstairs, there's a few basketball courts. That's kind of nice.
I bet you those ping pong tables, they're probably being used for beer pong.
But I think,
Stairmaster.
yeah,
Boy, that you think you're doing cardio? Get over here and climb some stairs.
yeah,
This is ultimate. Get over here. Honestly, if you were to look at it in here, to me, the VersaClimber is the toughest cardio station.
that's what I say every time. And people are like, "Oh, it's actually not that tough." It's probably because you're not doing the full range of motion. Because I never see people doing the full range unless it's, the
VersaClimber's a ball buster.
unless it's the David Goggins of North Dakota. I think you'd know who I'm talking about. And there's only a few people that actually like really go at it.
Yeah, those, to tell you what,
Oh
you
my
give it on a
gosh.
VersaClimber. And the funny thing is some of I was a strength coach at NDSU back in the day, and some of the guys that come in here now that were NDSU alums, they see those VersaClimbers and they have PTSD because when I was there, and there was one there the last time we were in there, and I think there still is, that was the punishment station. So if you showed up late for a workout or whatever, it's like, get on the VersaClimber. And so I think that's where they some of them get a little PTSD, but I would say hands down the VersaClimber, and that's why I knew right away when I was going to open up my own gym, like, all right, I am getting VersaClimbers hands down number one, first cardio piece there. And then now we could add the skier on there. We just got 3 skiers.
Yep.
And those skiers, to be honest, if you give it, those things are freaking hard too. I don't think they're as hard as a Versa because it's not necessarily as full body as a VersaClimber. It's mainly more upper body, and those are tough. You really go pull hard. You'll be sucking wind after a minute. Oh, jeez.
I'm just thinking of the next one here. This is probably my favorite one. The mirror. It doesn't realize that it reflects, so everybody just think, the mirrors just think you're staring at it.
Oh, for sure.
Would you quit staring at me?
Why do you always flex in front of me? You're kind of freaking me out.
Yeah. Oh,
I think that's why we don't have any mirrors here.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to be talking back all the time. Yeah. I have no mirrors, and 90% of the time you really don't need a freaking mirror. There are a handful of times where I kind of wish maybe we had some mirrors so people could understand, but for the most part, if you're coaching somebody up, let's say you're doing a shoulder exercise and they're not going high enough and you're coaching them to get to a certain height, eventually you just feel and you know that pattern. And that's where you end up. So there's a lot of people that just swear by mirrors, and I'm not one of them. I don't think they're totally necessary, but they definitely have a complex wondering why everybody stares at them.
A lot of people staring at the mirror at the gym at NDSU.
Oh, my word. I can't imagine.
Oh, it's funny. There's some people there where it's like, that guy's got to be juicing. Like, it's ridiculous. Some of the people are just like...
Oh, I'm guessing you'll have a few out there, yeah.
Oh.
Thankfully, I don't have to deal with that much at all here.
Something new here. Quote of the week before we wrap up the podcast. This is a fun one. I like the idea of doing a quote of the week. You can kind of break it down a little bit afterwards, but fitness is simple. that doesn't mean it's easy.
That's honestly, that is perfect, because really it is simple.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate it.
It's just about consistency and kind of pushing yourself, really.
It is, and it's not easy. That's hard.
Yeah.
So you just gotta, once, I think it always does come back to, why are you doing what you're doing? You have to have a reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you have that reason and you got your plan, boom, stick to it. You've got to keep going. Don't ever quit.
The way I think of it is, it's not easy, but that doesn't mean it's an excuse. So it's hard. I don't want to go today. Almost, to me, I think of it as, because it's more of a challenge, you should be more proud of yourself to go. It should be more of like I need to go today. I need to push myself because I'll feel good afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll be proud of myself for getting in and challenging myself today, instead of, sitting at home and, watching TV all day. It's almost like an ego thing in a good way.
Yep. You get in and get your workout in, you don't regret it.
Mm-hmm.
That is hands down. You'll never regret that workout. Just get in and get her done. Might not be a record-breaking day, but that's okay. You always feel better mentally when you're done.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any final notes before we wrap it up?
I don't really have anything new. I just want you guys to think about what the equipment is saying to you when you get under that bar, when you get in that rack, and if it's telling you, hey, you got to get lower, yeah, you might want to get down.
Yep.
Telling you to just touch the chest.
Make them proud.
Make them proud. Make that equipment proud. It'll. That's kind of what it's all about too.
All right. With that being said, I hope you guys took a lot of advice from this podcast. It's a very serious podcast today. Hopefully we can bring some comedy next week, but make sure you guys subscribe to the MPF podcast. Of course, we're here to give you guys good fitness advice every Sunday. Make sure you guys like this video and put a comment below of any questions you have, and we'll see you guys in the next one.